Hi there, I'm Professor E. Welcome to the Robot Program. In this episode, I'm going to show you how you can use Twitter to control your robot. To get started, I'm going to load the EasyBuilder software, and I'm going to go into my Bookmarks menu here and click on Example Projects. You want to open up the project that's the Bear project for your robot. So if you're using JD, open the JD Bear project. If you're using 6, open the 6 Bear project, Roly Bear, and AdventureBot, open the Bear project for AdventureBot. Just click the green Open button, and this will open up the Bear project. For this project, you'll need to connect your computer to the robot and the internet at the same time. You can do this by adding a wired connection to your computer through an Ethernet cable, by using a USB Wi-Fi dongle to create a second wireless connection, or by connecting your robot to your router using client mode. You can check out episode 35 to learn more about this process. So I want to power on my robot, and we're going to lay it face up. Then under my connections, I'm going to go in and I'm going to choose my EasyBee V4 connection, click Connect. And then click the blue Connect button and give JD lots of room to go into the initialization position. And the fun thing about using JD is that you can have him stand from sit to be ready to go. So if I go into auto position and click execute, he stands and he's ready to go. So first we need to add any controls that we want to actually use with our Twitter commands. I'm going to go ahead and add the camera control because I want to see what JD is actually looking at. Okay, so I've got my auto position control and I've got my camera control. The next thing I need to add is my actual Twitter control. So again, I'm going to go into Project and add controls. And I'm going to go over to Miscellaneous. And I can choose Twitter recognition. So this right here is our Twitter control. You can see we've got this little black box, and the green text says, EasyBuilder does not have registered access to Twitter. Please configure in the EasyBuilder menu under Options, Twitter. So we're going to do that. So up top here, we're going to click on Options, and you can see the Twitter symbol. This is where we add our login information for our Twitter account. This is going to provide it with authorization to send messages to our robot. The Twitter control needs a verification code to give it permission to actually access the robot and so that they can interface with each other. So we're going to go over to our Twitter account. I've already logged into Twitter. If you don't have a Twitter account, go ahead and make one. And if I go back to EasyBuilder and click Get Verification Code, it brings up a page that asks me if I want to authorize EasyBuilder to use the account. Click Authorize App. And then I'm given this PIN number to complete the authorization process. So I'm going to copy this, go back into EasyBuilder. I'm going to enter the verification code and click Verify. And now it says successfully configured the robot program. Now it knows that this is the Twitter account that's attached to this project. We want to click the gear icon to configure the Twitter control. And this is where we see all of our different options for using Twitter. If you've done our speech recognition tutorial, you'll know that this looks pretty similar. So you can type in the Twitter username, and our username is the robot program. And you can set how often you want to look for new messages. That's our poll time. So right now I'm going to leave it at, let's do 15 seconds. What you have to remember is that Twitter is always on the lookout for people who might be trying to use spam. So if you're sending Twitter messages too quickly or you're sending the same message over and over again, Twitter is actually going to flag your account. So you want to be a little bit careful with the way you send your messages. We have 2 checkboxes here, and you can hover over the blue question marks to see what they do. One of them allows us to show all messages, and this is if we want to debug in case something's not going the way we expect it to. And then we've also got a checkbox that allows us to process all the new tweets that are coming in rather than just the latest tweet. So I'm going to go ahead and check that. So we have a couple of phrases that are already programmed in here. So if I say robot move forward, if I type that into Twitter, it's going to tell the robot to move forward. If I type robot turn left, we know that he's going to turn left with this speed for this duration. So these are ones that are already programmed. You can also create your own. So you're going to click on the blank space at the bottom and decide what you want your phrase to be. And I'm going to type in the phrase, robot do a trick. So when I type robot do a trick into Twitter, it's going to execute whatever command I decide to write. To edit the command, you're going to click on the pencil, and it brings up our Blockly interface. Let's choose what movement we want him to do as his trick. I'm going to do auto position wait because I want him to execute the full movement. So why don't we have him... Actually, let's take a bow. We'll know that Twitter was talking to him and told him to take a bow. Okay, so I'm going to save. So that multi-line script will execute when I type in robot do a trick. Save. So we have a warning here, and this is why I set the poll time to be only 15 seconds. It says, warning, Twitter only allows 150 requests per hour. So we have to consider how often do we actually want to check for a new message. So why don't we make this a little bit longer? Let's make it every 30 seconds. Okay. So now our robot is going to be polling. Right now it's watching that Twitter account, waiting until it sees something that was typed in that it recognizes, like robot move forward or robot do a trick. So let's test it out and see if it works. Back in my Twitter account, I'm going to write a new tweet. So go up here to tweet. And remember, when you're tweeting, all your followers are going to be able to see it. So if anybody's watching the robot program Twitter account, they're going to see me sending out commands to my robot. All right, so let's type in robot move forward. So after I press tweet, we're going to poll every 30 seconds. So if it just polled, that means we have to wait 30 more seconds before we actually see the robot move forward. So I click tweet. I'll go back to Easy Builder. I'm going to wait no more than 30 seconds to see if it recognizes our Twitter command. Oh, here we go. We've seen it move forward with one of the commands that's already programmed. Now let's test the script that we made. I'm going to write another new tweet. In this one, I'm going to say, robot, do a trick. Hit tweet. And when it polls, we should see him take a bow. And there we go. And then we can see over in our command screen here, we can actually see that it was polling. And every time I've tested robot do a trick, we can see what was read from Twitter. Let's do one more. I'm going to go back to my gear icon. And this time I'm going to say, robot, say hello. Click on the pencil to edit my script. Now, I actually want the robot to respond to Twitter. So when I type in robot say hello, I'm going to get JD to take a picture and tweet the picture back out to the account while saying a message. So under camera, I can scroll down and choose tweet camera image with message. So he's going to take a photo, and the message I want him to say is, hello, this is JD. Okay, again, I'm going to save my script. Go back to my Twitter account, another new tweet. I'm going to say, robot, say hello. All right, so once I click tweet, he's going to take a photo of whatever he sees when it's polling. And in this case, we're going to position him. So he's actually going to take a photo of Andreas. You ready, Andreas? Okay, get ready, make a face. And the next time he's polling, he's going to tweet out this photo. Robot, say hello. Okay, you're good. You can take your pose down, and let's go back over to Twitter and look at our new tweets. And there you go. You can see that he tweeted the photo of Andreas along with the text that we put in. Hello, this is JD. In this episode, we showed you how you can use Twitter commands to control your robot. As always, start with a fully charged robot. Connect to the Bear project for your robot. You can use any of the Revolution robots, but in this example, we use JD. Add any controls that you're going to use, such as the camera control, and also add the Twitter recognition control. Before you can use the Twitter control, you'll have to authorize EasyBuilder to access your Twitter account. You can configure this from the Options menu, and you'll be provided with a verification code for your Twitter account. Confirm this verification code, and you should be able to interface between EasyBuilder and Twitter. To add control commands, click on the gear icon of the Twitter control. You'll see a list of commands, and these are what you're going to type into Twitter to control your robot. There are some already existing, such as robot move forward. The actual command to be executed is listed beside it. You can add your own phrase by clicking at the bottom of the list and typing in whatever you want to type into Twitter, such as robot do a trick or robot say hello. Click on the pencil icon beside this phrase to edit the script. Use the Blockly editor to add whatever code you want your robot to execute. In this example, we did things like auto position wait, and we had the robot bow. We also did one code example where we had the robot tweet out a picture of what it was looking at along with a message. Remember that all text is stored as a string or a sequence of characters. So in this case, we were actually sending a string of characters that all added up to hello, this is JD as a string, and that string was then sent out to Twitter. Save your scripts and go back to the Twitter control. You can now test them out by writing a new tweet from your Twitter account. Remember that Twitter has restrictions on how often you can send a tweet, how often you can check for a new tweet using EasyBuilder or the poll frequency, and how many times you can send the same tweet out. So if you're trying to say something like robot move forward 5 times in a row, Twitter might not let you. You might have to delete your first tweet before you can send the exact same tweet again. We recommend to start with a polling speed of about 30 seconds. That means every 30 seconds, EasyBuilder is going to check for a new Twitter message. You can use the Twitter control window to see how often your robot is polling. Once the robot polls and recognizes a command that is in the phrase list, it will execute and show you what it was supposed to do. Remember that whatever you tweet out will be visible to all your followers, so they can actually see that you're currently controlling your robot. Thanks for watching this episode, and we'll see you next time. Which control is used to interface with Twitter? What does the polling value represent? Which code block can be used to tweet a photo and a message? Find the answers at therobotprogram.com.